Alright, here we go again. Let's see how it does this time. Another overcast day, thank you for that. That makes life much easier around here. I think I heard hummingbirds. Got a couple of hummingbird feeders out here that we are constantly filling. We'll keep little buggers fed and happy. Yeah, that's the doorstop. Exotic buggers. We go in for all the exotic things here. Okay. Now, hang that up for a minute. Oops. Have a small look around here. You know, it could rain. I think I'll leave that on there for now. Alright, we tried this the other day and it didn't work out. I don't know why it didn't, but it didn't. So this will be the new update. And this is the tomato plants. Seen the other videos, you'll recognize excuse me, what I always laughingly call my homegrown tomatoes. Excuse me. I went to town yesterday so I'll spend all day coughing today. That's all it'll be. Yeah, it goes anymore. Anyway, everybody is looking good. I haven't sprayed these guys again. I'm kind of getting a little bit of that mildew stuff again, but this mixture of neem oil and half a dozen other things, which I keep promising to show you, seems to stop even mildew. I don't see any signs of worm damage so far. We've been pretty lucky. This neem oil has done a good job holding everything at bay. We haven't had hardly any damage. Outside of this, and if this is worms, them buggers are really good at hiding because I can't find them. I have not found any sign of a worm. So it's got to be flies or something eating that. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, it was kind of sacrificial when I put it there to begin with. I wanted to have something to distract anything from my tomato plants because I've got plenty of pepper plants and I like tomatoes more than peppers anyways, although I really enjoy these peppers when they pardon me, finally start to grow. Anyway, as you can see, this is one of those that I cut off and planted. So is this. And then there's a few down here, the same sort of thing. And I just started them off of, you see this thing right here? This little bugger here? Just like that. When I took that off, I planted that. Now, this one's a little smaller than I normally will plant, and I don't think I'll plant this one, although you never know, because really all I do is stick them in the ground or in the dirt and hope for the best, and sometimes that's what you get, is the best. Sometimes you don't. We'll see what happens here. Mostly I just get my hands dirty. Yeah, we'll see if it comes up. A lot of the times they do, you just never know. But this little bugger here, oddly enough, is not a plant, it's a tree. The seed fell out when that bag was outside. It landed in there and it sort of self-started, so I thought, oh, well, if you go to that much trouble, then I'll give you a place to work, and we'll see. Well, I might have to string these. The whole top of this thing is going to be one big tomato plant. It looks like a hedge already. But there's tomatoes in there, by the way. You can see. See, there's a few here and there. And even got this one down here. Been here for the longest time, and it's turning red. It's a little bitty bugger, got stunted by the heat, but it seems to be working. Asparagus. Look at that in there. It's gonna be nice. But maybe next year we'll have a better crop, because with any luck next year won't be so dang hot. We were almost 130 degrees for 6 weeks this year. Extraordinary heat. 129 degrees. And I'm actually gonna post one of these days. I'm gonna make up a video showing you the different temperatures per day, and it stayed steady, close to 120, between 120 and 130. It was just ridiculous. Couldn't hardly believe it. Now the good news was the humidity in here was always high. As you can see, it's about 50 today, 55. And that's because it's overcast outside. But everything is looking good. Everything is growing. I'm not seeing any damage. Thank you, Lord, for that. We got decimated last year by worms, and so far so good. Like I said, this combination of neem oil and a few other ingredients has worked extraordinarily well. Here's another basically sacrificial pepper plant. These were, they're just doing the best they can do, So some of them did well, some didn't. The squash is growing. This bugger must be 5 or 6 feet long, but that's all it's done. It hasn't produced anything even looking like fruit. None of them really have, but it just keeps making leaves and getting bigger, and I just let it go. Next year I don't know if we'll plant these. I think we'll do some different variety. I like squash, but I didn't, I'd like to get some squash from it. But anyway, that's kind of the update on this. Now I'm gonna stop this so I can water. But oh yeah, that's the other thing. We're getting cucumbers. As you can see, finally we're getting cucumbers all over there. And it's several. There's another one there. I'm just letting it go whatever direction it chooses to go, and it's working its way across the whole greenhouse. And that's fine with me. I'm perfectly happy with that. And this poor little geranium is still hanging in there. I don't know if it's going to survive a lot longer or not, but every day get a little bit of new growth here, and it's, like I say, it makes its way. I pollinated a couple of them by hand to see what would happen, and it seems to be working pretty good. So far so good. But I've got to spray, and then I've got to water. I'll water first and then I'll spray. And I've been spraying as needed, on the average about once or twice a week. Seems to be working. That's me out for now.